What's going on, guys? It's Michael Red II here, aka M2, and welcome back to the Red Zone podcast. Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I did a a story post, a poll, and I asked you guys if you guys wanted to see something like a solo episode that I would like to call Real Talk Wednesdays, where every Wednesday I post a solo episode that's about 10-20 minutes, just kind of giving some insight about some things that maybe I'm thinking, or maybe something that's going on in the world around us, or kind of just whatever. So I don't know how I'm gonna go about it, whether maybe do Instagram live pre-recorded videos, or maybe IG live, like live episodes, or whatnot. But I'm gonna keep consulting the community. So so I'm doing something a little bit different today. There's nobody that is next or in front of me that I'm talking to, and maybe some of y'all are wondering why I got the shades on. Mike, it's dark. Like why you got the shades on? It's nighttime. It's my podcast. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. But on a less serious note, though, man, I want to appreciate you guys, though, man. I want to say thank you to all the listeners out there that have kind of supported the podcast the past couple of days. It just released the past 3 days. It just released. The first episode released, I think, Sunday. Yeah, I think Sunday with Caleb Miller. Shout out Caleb, C. Millie. And then yesterday I released, we released the second episode with Danny Ortiz, and both great episodes, really great episodes. I wanted to kind of hit the ground running, release a lot of reels. I know there's a lot of shorts that you guys got to watch, or that you don't have to watch, but that have come out. And I appreciate you guys for supporting me, these past couple of days, because it has been a really, it's honestly, it's a hard thing to start a podcast from the ground up. I've done it a couple of times, but one thing that makes this one special is the conversations that I get to have with other people. But also, it kind of helps me stay in check, and help me stay on my grind. I see a lot of people out there that are doing, a day in the life, working super hard to get to, maybe it's OTE, shout out Drew Lavender, or it's working hard to get in the gym, or trying to be a streamer. Shout out TJ2 Racky. Just a couple of my guys that are doing some of those things, and it kind of inspires me, to want to get on my grind and become successful at podcasting. And I don't know, I just feel like I had the personality for it always, and I kind of did act on it, but it never really worked out because I'm a driven results guy. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm an immediate driven results guy. So, usually when I'm doing these type of episodes, it's or our podcasts, I'm always looking for the results immediately. Every single video I post has to get, and I kind of explained this on some episodes before, but every single episode I'm looking for 5,000, 10,000 views, 1,000 likes, stuff like that. Just it's those kind of things that, like, if I don't get that and I don't see that, I used to kind of just be like, I don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if this is really for me. And one thing I'm really trying to learn with this is that, and it takes time, it takes persistence, it takes consistency, posting every day, and listening to people that have ideas to make your podcast or whatever you do better. One thing that people have suggested for me to do is to lower the mic stands and put them right here. I don't know, maybe you kind of realize that the positioning is different. Yeah, that kind of is a suggestion that I've gotten. So listening to those not critics, but people that have kind of an idea of how to make this all that better. So I'm kind of veering off track, but I appreciate you guys, though, like, for real. These past couple of days have, it's made a lot of things easier. Just the love that I'm getting. I've also gotten a hate comment. I'm going to pop it up right on the screen. But it's super funny, though, to see, and I love that. That's honestly my favorite part. It means you're doing something right. But yeah, I want to thank you guys. Just all the reposts, all the comments, even the compliments I've gotten, in person. It is super, super, super cool to see. So honestly, I just think that, and this is honestly just me, 10 minutes to 20 minutes of me, 10, 15, 20 minutes of me just yapping, honestly. So you guys don't have, you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. But Honestly, I'm super grateful, man. I think that this has a lot of potential, and I honestly think that, keep being consistent with it, especially with the guests I have coming on. You guys have no idea who I have coming on, who I'm going to bring on. So a lot of big things coming with this, a lot of big things coming. Episodes are going to release about once a week. I'm going to do once a week. Every Tuesday, an episode is going to release a full episode. And then a Real Talk Wednesday is going to release every Wednesday. Hopefully, if things go the way that, I plan them to, but that really doesn't happen, does it? But I'm trying to go with, kind of like a 2 episodes a week with the Real Talk Wednesday and then a full episode on Tuesday. But let me know what you guys think about that. I'm excited to get this thing rolling though, man. Sometimes, in my life, like I kind of just talked about, I've kind of, veered away from what's, what takes long and what's challenging. And maybe some of you guys have too. I think it's a very, very common thing where people see adversity, or people see something that's hard, or people see something that's challenging, and they look at it and they say, why me? Why can't I can't do this. I can't achieve this. Maybe they can. I can't though. I don't got the work ethic. I don't think I'm that special. Stuff like that. I've heard that. I've heard that from people that are trying to do something great, and it ultimately stops them. But but one thing I've had to ask myself, even when people who have done this and have succeeded at podcasting, is like, why can't I? Why can't it be me? It worked for them, and they probably had to ask themselves the same question. Why not me? Bottom line. And it's like, right now, I feel like I have a whole full head of steam with what I got going on. And it's like, just because the results aren't clicking now, and maybe for some of you guys out there, if you guys are trying to start something and the results, maybe you started and the results are not going the way you wanted to, it's not going to happen like that. It's not going to go your way. But what you got to do is put your head down, lock in, and do the work that is required. Stay consistent with it. I've said this a lot, and I'm going to talk about it to exhaustion probably, but I joined speech and debate at my school to compete. And honestly, I didn't know what it was. Like I said, I didn't know what it was. This is about 5 months ago now. And I didn't know what it was. You join the team, not knowing anybody's name, not knowing anything, not even knowing what you're going to write about, and then you go ahead and do it. And I my thought process with that specifically was, I'm not going to let the fear of the result or the fear of the outcome deter me from trying something new. If you want to go out and try something new, it's going to be hard. It's going to be different, and it's going to suck at first. That's just how it's going to be. Now, the question is, the difference between somebody who's good and who's great is somebody who's good is going to say, okay, maybe I could do this, but maybe not. And then when they get punched in the mouth, they end up folding like a lawn chair. But somebody who's great is going to say, hey, I got hit. I'm on the ground right now. I'm tasting dirt. But I know there's something greater for me in the end. So I'm going to keep pushing. And that's something that's kind of been the motto for me these past couple months. It's all about grit, grind, but also about trusting in that process. Like I talk about in a couple of the episodes, I talk about trusting in the process because the process is the most important part. A lot of people talk about the destination. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to get to the destination, but they don't want to go on the flight. I'm going to say that again. A lot of people want to go to the destination, but they don't want to get on the flight. Now, how are you going to get to your destination if you're not flying to your destination? It's like me saying, I want to go to Hawaii right now, but I'm scared of flying. Well, how the hell else are you going to get to Hawaii, right? Like it's stuff like that. So, and it's also like, I'm not trying to preach to y'all. This is just me yapping. It's also really in the details too. A lot of people overlook the details. Like, for example, podcasting. It's a lot more than just talking. It's a lot more than just talking on a mic for an hour. It's about, editing, making sure that the reels that you post or the shorts that you post and the content that you post is engaging. Making sure that the source that you post, or people that are something that people will want to watch. Because a lot of times people post things just to post, and sometimes it takes that. But you got to have a little bit of strategy in what you do. And it's all about in the details, like this recorder right here, like this whole setup right here. This costs a lot of money to invest in. I had to put a lot of money in to get the setup that I have now, and it's not even finished. So it's all about the details. It's all about figuring out what can I do to make sure that the job gets done, make sure that my goal gets met. And it's all about, picking part A, part B, part C, part D, and then also maybe part D and a half, right? There's always those half steps too that some people skip over. So, and I've been a victim of that, especially with podcasting in the past. People think they could just half-ass it, and it really does not work out. So one of the last things I want to dive into before I end up, where I end this episode is all of this talk, about the hardships and about the destination, and people want to get in there and all that type of stuff, and people also being scared to do something just because of the outcome. Well, in conclusion to all of this, my point is embrace adversity. Embrace it. It's going to come, and it's going to hit you in the mouth. It's going to suck. You're going to be on the floor. But it's all about heart. Do you have the heart? Do you have the mindset to get up when things don't go your way and do it all over again? Bottom line. And with this specifically, I give a lot of examples because I think the podcast is relatable. Because I'm not there yet. There's no indication that I'm going to that I'm up there right now with the top 1%. Not. Are the views getting better? Are the likes and the clicks getting better and the engagement getting better? Yes, but that happens. But it's probably going to go down too at the same time. So I'm not in the top 1%. So therefore, I have work to do. But again, embrace that adversity. Embrace the challenge, because then you have a story to tell when you get to the top. That's it. That's all it is. Does it mean you're going to succeed 100% if you embrace adversity and you don't quit? No. Some people are going to fail. But that's part of life. And if you fail, that's part of the journey. So therefore the adversity is not done yet. You're not through that season of adversity. Keep pushing. Keep going. And I'm even encouraging myself here too. But for all of us to have a statement to make or a point to prove in this world and want to make an impact, keep going. Keep pushing. Only person that's going to stop you is you. It's just something to think about. So I appreciate you guys once again tuning into the podcast, and hopefully you guys tune into this Real Talk Wednesday. I feel like it was pretty beneficial even for me. But if you like this episode, make sure to like and subscribe. And the YouTube is the Red Zone Pod, and then the Instagram is also the Red Zone Pod. So I will put that all in the video and edit it all in. But yeah, like I said, once again, appreciate you guys listening. If you liked this episode, make sure to rate it 5 stars. But if you didn't like it, y'all know my tagline by now: rate it 4. And yeah, guys, I will see you guys next Tuesday for the 3rd episode. So without further ado, see you soon.